Good morning, my billionaire friends. How are you doing? I hope you're comfortable. Welcome back to my channel, Pips and Profits. And today we're going to be running you through the weekly outlook for the market. Today being the 13th of August 2023. Okay, so we're going to be running through our weekly outlook. We're going to be looking at what we saw last week and what to expect to see going into this week. So right away into the chart without wasting more time. Alright, so looking at the monthly time frame, we're still bullish on the monthly, being that this is the last swing from this point, 89.6 region, up to 114.6 region. We're still bullish on the DXY, which is the first base currency, the index currency that we're going to be touching first before we go into GBPUSD. So we're looking at it on this swing. Price is still resting around the 50 fib level. Alright, so there's no much to say. Just know it that the monthly time frame of the DXY, the dollar is still bullish. Okay, now going into the weekly time frame, we're going to be getting more information, more data from the weekly time frame. Alright, so into the weekly time frame, we can see that gradually the weekly may be going back to give us the same formation of the daily swing. Okay, what I mean by that, the weekly may be going back to align with the monthly. Alright, the monthly being bullish, the weekly still remains bearish, but it may be going to form a bullish swing. And how are we going to know that the weekly is now forming a bullish swing? When it has taken out this last high. Okay, so there are two sets of highs that we want to see taken out by the weekly. Okay, first in the little. Alright, so first is this last high right above here. When the weekly takes it out, and now secondly, when the weekly takes out this next high above here, then we can now say the weekly is bullish. Well, until then, the weekly remains bearish because this is the last bearish swing and price is yet to take it out. Okay, so you can see the last mitigation block we extended right here. Price didn't obey it last week. Price didn't obey it. We're expecting price to sell less from this place, but price didn't obey that mitigation right there. So we're going to pick that off the chart and see what price is going to do. Price still remains bearish on the weekly time frame, so we may see reversal anywhere from here. Although the last week's candle gave us a strong bullish expansion to the upside, so we will see price continue to inch above. Okay, so we remain bearish on the weekly until price takes out this high. However, structure on the lower time frame is going to tell us whether we should continue being bullish or we should expect some bearish reaction. Right, so we'll have to now trim down to the daily time frame to get more data on the DXY. Now the daily time frame, we can see that price still looks bearish, still following the weekly swing. Okay, price still remains bearish, meaning that this is the last swing on the daily and price hasn't taken it out yet. Okay, so we can extend this other block on the daily right here to see what price is going to do when it comes into it going into next week. Okay, so after having extended this other block here, we want to see what price does when price trades into next week. Okay, so this may be the ultimate reversal point for the sell. All right, if not, if price doesn't resume the sell from here and continue to inch above, then we'll know that the monthly time frame structure is now in play. Okay, so key things we're looking out for is for price to trade into this level right here. Let me click on these other ones off the chart so we can clear. So we're looking at price trading off here this way and selling off, and trading above here being this way, coming back and resume. Okay, so these are the two outlooks So when price gets into, some people call it the supply zone, some people call it just another block. When price gets into this zone, we want to see what it does inside here. So when price gets into this zone, what I would advise you to do is to go to a 4-hourly chart or 1-hour chart and see. People at the 4 hours, price is still bullish. Price is bullish on the 4 hour, on DC. So we want to see what price does somewhere around here. Okay, so when price gets into this order block right here, we want to look at the 4-hourly chart and the 1-hourly chart to see if we're going to see a break of structure inside of this place here. If we're going to see a break of structure inside there, then we will be willing to take short positions to the downside to take out external liquidity residing all around here. Okay, if that doesn't happen, we don't see a clear break of structure that gives us that indication of a bearish resumption, then we'll be looking for really straight, right? So going into this order block, we're going to be buying the dollar. Okay, going into this order block, we're going to be buying the dollar. But once price is inside here, we're expecting two things: a buy continuation pattern or a break of structure to the downside. Okay, so this is what we're looking for on the DXY. Alright, so quickly we're going to just look at the GBPUSD quickly and before the end of the video. Well, onto the GBPUSD, looking at the monthly time frame. The monthly time frame still looks bearish. The monthly time frame still looks bearish. In fact, what's going on currently in price right now makes it look like, let me take this off. What is going on currently in, okay, let me take a few things off. Okay, right, so what's going on currently in the price looks like bearish resumption. Okay, looks like a continuation pattern. Price looks like it's continuing in itself pattern. Look at the inverted hammer candle that was formed on the last month, and look at how this month's candle is clearly forming a bearish expansion to the downside. Okay, so this may look like a bearish resumption. All right, so remember the monthly of the DXY still says that we are bearish, we are bullish on the monthly of DXY. So the monthly of GBPUSD is still telling us that we are bearish. So if we see continuation to the upside for the DXY, we see a continuation to the upside for the DXY, and the continuation pattern to the downside for the GBPUSD, and we're going to be taking shots on GBPUSD. So that's just for the monthly. It's looking like a self-confirmation pattern. Let's get more information and data from the weekly. Alright, so the weekly still looks bullish. The weekly still looks bullish, although these two levels that we outlined in the previous week have not been filled. Alright, so to get more information on these two levels, if you've not watched the previous video that I did last week, you should please go and watch it. The card should be showing on the top right corner of this video, so you should click on it and go back and watch the video of last week, so you can see why we reference these 2 points right here. Okay, so if there are any other concepts you want me to teach or you want me to explain on this channel, please feel free to drop it in the comment section, and I'll make sure to do a video explaining that concept on this channel. Okay, all right, so back to the charts. Now, GBPUSD still looks bullish on the weekly. We're looking at a weekly strength. It still looks bullish. Look at the last weekly structure has not been taken out. So until price takes out this structure to the downside, then we can see GBPUSD can now be completely bearish. Okay, so the whole of last week couldn't take out this structure to the downside. So say GBPUSD is currently bullish on the weekly. So we may be seeing price coming back all the way to these levels, taking out this liquidity, venturing into any of these two levels, and then before we can now see the clear fall. Now onto the daily. Looking at the daily time frame, we can still say GBPUSD is still bullish on the daily time frame. I mean, look at this last structure. Price has not traded away from it from 0 to 100. Price hasn't traded away from it, right? So price is just retracing. We may see a full 100% retracement. Something similar to that has already occurred. before price continues on its way upward. Okay, so price is currently at discount level, so we may be seeing it moving back upwards from here. Okay, so what are we going to use to confirm our bias on GBPUSD? We need to look at hourly time frame. We need to look at the hourly time frame. Now, one thing I want you to also note: last week, look at this. Last week, this rectangle here signifying the a breaker block, not only a breaker block, a mitigation block on the left, yes, mitigation block on the left, and a fair value gap right here on the left also. We said we're expecting to see price trade into this level before falling back downwards. Now, look at what price did. Created liquidity on the upside. That is what we call a fake swing, alright, or an inducement. We call it inducement, we call it fake swing. After creating this inducement right here, price traded down and then came all the way up here, boom, trading into this fair value gap right here. Okay, so after price did that, look at how our analysis just played out, trading into this place and coming back down into this other rectangle down here. So this is what we were expecting last week. We're expecting to see something like this and this, and something like this. So this is what we had for last week, and look at how it played out perfectly. So you can see how powerful these analyses are. You should take note of them and apply good risk reward management, then you should be in good profit. Okay, so this is for the daily. This is what we are now expecting to see for the daily until price breaks out this way. If price continues to be bearish and takes out this low, we can now be fully bearish on the Dixie. So mind you, we are now bullish. We are still bullish on the GBPUSD. Okay, we're still bullish on the pound dollar. Right, so going into the 4-hourly time frame, what do we want to see? We want to see clear break of structure to the upside. So we're going to mark this. I'm going to mark this right here. Yeah, we want to see break of structure to the upside, price taking out these highs. Okay, another high we can look out for is this one. Okay, another high we want to look out for is this high. So we want to see price taking out this high to the upside, and we can now be fully bullish resumption. Okay, although the 4-hourly time frame looks in the range, we want to see price break out of this range to the upside and resume the bullish trend of the GBPUSD. But if this structure remains, if this internal structure that you can see that is looking bearish remains, and price goes to take out that overall low that we have on the daily, that is this overall low on the daily, if price takes it out, then we can now see that is somewhere around here, around 1.25756. But the price takes it out before we can now resume being bearish. But until then, we'll still look for bullish entries on the daily of GBPUSD. Okay, so in conclusion, I'm currently bullish on GBPUSD, right, until price takes out this low. So I believe this analysis was helpful. If there are any aspects that you feel are not covered, please do well to signify in the comment section, and I'll do well to make videos to clear those parts for you. That will be all. Until next time, I wish you good luck and good trading. May the pips be in our favor. Cheers and God bless, guys.